Hi there, my name's Pam. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Lapis Lazuli. Lazuli. Lollapalooza? No. Hold please. Okay, so Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli is a mineral that can be crushed up, and it contains ultramarine blue, which is this bright blue. And it is famously what Cleopatra's eye makeup was, okay? So that bright blue, that's where you get like the Cleopatra color. Now, all makeups are basically made with the primary colors. You got yellow, red, and blue, right? So the blue is often ultramarine blue. Now, in foundations, what you find sometimes, why do they turn orange on you? Why are they turning yellow? Well, lapis lazuli historically was worth more money than gold. Okay, so it was for the very uber wealthy. These days, ultramarine blue is made often with synthetic materials. It's not made with the lapis lazuli. However, it's still, from my Google research, it can be fussy to get the consistency right in foundations. So a lot of more inexpensive foundations don't use it at all. They use some sort of black oxide to darken up their foundations, and that's why a lot of times these foundations end up looking ashy or gray or orange on you, because they're not color corrected with blue, they're color corrected with an oxide. This Pat McGrath is a very expensive foundation, and you would expect, because of the price of it, maybe it has the ultramarine blue. It does not. It has the iron oxides, although it is quite light and quite pink. It still doesn't quite make the grade, right? It's still just a little off. And if we look at Laura Mercier skin tint, which is even, well, it's about par price with this. I think this is 68, maybe this is 50, but you get more volume in here. At least I'm sure you do. Yeah, that's 45 mils. How many mils in here? You get 45 mils in here, 35 in here. So 35 mils, $68. 35 mils, $68. $50, 45 mils. But this is also tinted sunscreen. In the United States, sunscreen is considered a drug, and it is regulated by the FDA. Ultramarine blue cannot be used. It's only for cosmetic use. So you cannot use it in sunscreen products in the United States. Plus, from what I was reading, a lot of times the ultramarine blue does not play well with the sunscreen, with the SPF, and it can make the SPF give it like a sulfur vibes. I don't think that that would happen on the skin. I doubt it will anyway, but we're going to test it out. So we are going to color correct this very orangey looking Laura Mercier. By the way, this is color 2C in oak. So this is a cool color, okay, per Laura Mercier. And I just took a few drops of this LA Girls Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. They also sell this in a bigger bottle for foundation. I believe these are $7. You could get them on the LA Girls website. You can pick them up at Sephora. You can pick them up at Ulta. Look at the difference already. Do you see how that got rid of that orange? And it's much closer to my actual skin tone. Now I'm going to throw some purple in there. You know, purple is a mix of red and blue. It's looking just a little ashy. So maybe I had a little bit too much blue in there. Put a tiny bit of purple and see how she does. Look, I've got cat hairs falling on me. My Walter's right here. Can't see him because he's hiding out, but he's there. That's perfect. Look how perfect that color corrected that foundation. You can't even see it. And that sucker was yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Now, my Makeup by Mario that I also like to show you color corrected because it was super yellow on me. My friend that was just here visiting that I've talked about, it actually is a perfect match on her. So I gave her my bottle of Makeup by Mario because I have other foundations I can use, and she really liked it. So it's hers now. So this is a little too light, all right? What I'm going to do with this one, I'm not really sure. I'm going to play with it. What I'm going to do with this one, I just want to darken it up. So I'm going to put a little bit of this peach in there and see how it does. And you know what? If it's not the right color, or it doesn't look right, then I start over. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. So let's just see how this looks. Oh, it made it a little bit too rosy. Did darken it up a little bit though, but that's still not right. Let's use, going with the titch of blue again. Yeah, it needed a little bit of blue. So there we go. That's that Pat McGrath. I added a tiny bit of this and this, and I got the perfect color. Okay, so there's that Pat McGrath. There is the color-corrected Laura Mercier, and there is the non-color-corrected Laura Mercier. See the difference? So that, my friends, is how you color correct. Okay, so if your foundation is too yellow, just use a little bit of tiny amount, like I showed you, of the blue. And that's how I color correct. There's a whole color wheel. I am not an expert, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you the wrong thing. But there is an entire color wheel with color theory. So if it's like too red, you add some green. If it's too dark, you can add some white. If it's too yellow, add some blue. I don't want to go through them all because, like I said, I'm not an expert. I have to actually look at the color wheel and think about what I'm doing. So I don't want to tell you the wrong thing and then have you go and try it. And, oh, this doesn't work. Well, of course. This is red because I couldn't find a red here. So I just bought a red. What is this supposed to be? Just a red tint. Oh, it's a lip tint. Okay. And it's really, really red. So I thought it would work well for color correcting if I ever need to color correct to a red shade. So there's the color correction. And like I said, these are very, very affordable. LA Girl's website, Sephora, Ulta. I believe they have them at drugstores as well. In my quest for foundations that actually have ultramarine blue, I found that L'Oreal True Match actually uses ultramarine blue. It's one of the few foundations that do. There are some, but most use the oxides. This one actually uses ultramarine blue, and they started doing this in 2017 with the express intention of having foundations that don't look ashy, especially on darker skin tones. The darker the skin tone you get, the harder it is, I guess, to match. I obviously am a very fair person, so I cannot speak as an expert to those things. I am not a makeup artist. I can only go by my own skin tone and what I use and what other creators that I've seen or makeup artists talk about. But anyway, I guess, if the colors are not blended properly on darker skin tones, they can look really bad, ashy. So what I decided to do, since these have ultramarine blue in them, I wanted to see if, one, am I really cool? I've always thought that I am a cool kid, all right? I am a cool girl. I am cool toned. I have pink undertones to my skin, so I've always thought I was cool. But then I use some other foundations like this one that says it's cool, and I put it on and it looks terrible. Is it because I'm not cool? Am I really neutral or warm? So these foundations right now at Ulta are on sale. They are $13.99 each, and they are buy two, get one free. So for $26, I got 3 little bottles of foundation. Now, the sizes of these, they are only 1 fluid ounce. So, I hear a lot of people say, oh, by the drugstore, it's cheaper. It is, but it's really not inexpensive when you're talking about only 1 ounce and it's still $14. Although, they are buy two, get one free. So for $26, you can have 3 ounces of foundation. Not a bad deal if you know your color. So I am going to start off with the warm. All these are, they have cool, neutral, warm, and it starts off with the number 1. This is number 2. Number 1 I thought was just a little bit too fair, even for me. So this is warm number 2. I'm just going to do a teeny bit. See how yellow that is on me? Oh, yeah, no. That color looks like it'd match my mother. My mother had much more olive skin tone than I do. Okay, so this is the warm. The middle one is the neutral, which doesn't look too bad. You can see that it's not quite as yellow as the warm. I hope you can see that on the camera. I've got a ton of light in here, so. And this next one is the cool. And by far, it matches the best. Do you see how Like if I shear that out, it's going to go right into nothing on my skin. The cool, I'm still a cool girl, guys. I'm a cool girl. All right, so there's the cool. You can see it's a little bit different shade than the others. It's not as yellow, especially as it dries down. This gets more and more yellow. This really looks like a true neutral, and this really does have a pink hue. So if you're interested in trying some foundations, this L'Oreal True Match, if you have a hard time matching your skin tone, this might be the right one for you. I will say I cannot give it a full review as far as wear. I have worn the Cool one time. I did not have any problem with it. Now, the way I wear my foundation, really, I let my concealer do the heavy lifting, and I just do the foundation basically just for a light cover. I don't wear a lot of heavy foundation, so it's hard for me to say if it cracks and creases and stuff like that because I use a light hand with my foundation. I will say that this is kind of a light serum-y formula. It's not real heavy. It doesn't have a heavy body. Here you can see it. It's already sliding down the palette a little bit. See it sliding down. Where like this Laura Mercier is a much thicker formula, much heavier body. Like I made a little chocolate chip almost. See that? It has a little peak on it and everything. Yeah. See, this one's not going to run as much as this one. So it's just a lighter bodied formula. So if you're more into the serum-y type foundations, I think this L'Oreal True Match is nice. I'm going to see if I can just color correct this with a little bit of purple. Yep. So see, if I color correct it, it does okay. It actually is kind of pulling a little green. I probably need to put something else in it. Nah, it looks all right. So yeah, this neutral 2, or not neutral, that was the warm. This warm number 2, it is still a little warm for my skin, but I can easily color correct it with a little bit of the purple. And then I get like a really good match. So that's how you do it, guys. And this is a little light for me still. So probably sheared out on my face, it'll look fine. If I want to darken it up, I'll just use some bronzer or something. And then this neutral, again, I can probably put just a little bit of purple in it and it'll work great. I'm not using the blue on these because I don't think it needs corrected as much. The blue is more for when it's like really yellow on me, like this one, that I need a little drop of blue. Yeah, the purple worked great. So that's the color correction, guys. Let me know what you think. Have you tried color correction? Are you going to try it? Are you interested in these? Remember, you know, I'm not monetized. I don't get any of this stuff for free. I do buy it on sales and stuff like that, but none of this is PR. None of it is an affiliate. These are my honest opinions and impressions on these items. I will say the bottle, the dispenser, they could do a little better with that. This is cheap, really, really, really cheap. And I'm talking dollar store level cheap. So hopefully it will not fall apart before I can use up all the makeup. If so, I guess I'll just unscrew it and take it from the bottle. The bottles are glass, but the dispensers are terrible. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you watching. I know you got a gazillion places you can go for content, so thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Please subscribe if you want to, and follow, like, share, and do all the things. Thank you. Bye.